The Textile and Clothing Market in Vietnam, Part 2. Welcome back to ICHAM-Connected. In the last video, we explored how well the textile and clothing market is growing in Vietnam. However, how much do you know about the way this market functions? What makes Vietnam different from other countries that do contract manufacturing for export? Furthermore, who are the main producers or clients of this market? Let's find out. As we discussed in the last video, the textile industry is the top exporter in Vietnam, and it is in the second position for ready-to-wear clothing export internationally. Moreover, Vietnam is the leading competitor in low-value textile and garment production in the region. However, what kind of export modes are popular in Vietnam? Among the different types of export mode, such as OEM, ODM, OBM, there is CMT, which is cut, make, trim, the most popular mode in Vietnam. Simply put, CMT manufacturing is a service provided by factories that essentially cut, make, and trim the designs into fully produced products. The factory will require specifications, take packs, fabrics, patterns, and stitching requirements from the clients before production. The Vietnamese textile industry is focusing on internal materials that require the linkage between enterprises. In other words, one needs to establish and improve the links between enterprises and the closed production process of fiber, textile, dyeing, and finishing and tailoring. The gradual transition from CMT to FOB, which is free on board businesses. For example, the companies purchase the raw materials and sell finished products, and ODM, original design manufacturer. For example, the companies design, produce, and sell finished products by themselves. This transition will increase the localization percentage of the sector, enhance the added value of the products, and reduce the trade deficit. On the other hand, the export rate of apparel products under FOB, ODM, and OBM is still low due to the fact that Vietnamese textile industry is not active in the source of the materials, the manageability and mobilization of funds, and there are still untapped advantages to obtain maximum profit at this stage. Compared with the world, we can see that if the Vietnamese production chain of the textile industry is mainly using CMT method, the foreign manufacturers are competing by shifting to ODM or OBM methods in order to achieve significant changes in the market. As mentioned in the previous video, Vietnam has about 6,000 manufacturing companies that offer a variety of services, including the CMT method. Despite that, there are major companies that make up a large percentage, including the biggest contributors such as the Vietnam National Textile and Garment Group, Vinatex, who take up 20% of export, the Thành Công Textile Garment Investment Trading Joint Stock Company, and Century Synthetic Fiber Corporation. Furthermore, these companies and many more are part of the Vietnam Textile and Apparel Association, VTAS, which helps with market development. Currently, they are actively involved in the initiative of shifting the market towards sustainability, including environmentally sustainable production with a circular economy, reduction of CO2, clean water management, combating climate change, and drafting of environmental legislative documents. On the other hand, we have foreign players that fight the Vietnamese garment market. In 2022, the US remained the biggest buyer with $18 billion, followed by South Korea, Japan, and China. With that said, even though Italy is not yet a top contender for contract manufacturing exports in Vietnam, Vietnam offers Italian companies the opportunity to localize manufacturing and also the chance to promote Italian products to an emerging consumer base. In particular, with Vietnam, Italian companies have the potential to conduct business in the fields including selling, buying, and investing. Overall, despite the decrease in export for the first half of 2023, the future of the Vietnamese textile and garment market is strong. Thank you for watching this week's video, and we'll see you next time.